What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ricky, and today we're going to be talking about how to counter the Hillbilly in DBD. So if you have trouble against them, this is the video for you. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Okay, first things first, let me give you some information about the Hillbilly and his power. Okay, the Hillbilly is considered a tall killer with a 32-meter radius and a 4.6 meter per second movement speed. So by no means does this make him a stealth killer. But that being said, they do tend to use a perk that makes them undetectable at times, and we'll talk about that later on in the video. But what really makes the Billy strong is his chainsaw sprint. This power allows him to move very quickly to the map, and if he hits a survivor with his chainsaw, they will go down with a single hit. Okay, but for the first tip, let's talk about using the environment. When the Hillbilly is chasing you, he usually wants to take you down with a single hit, and that means using his chainsaw. This is actually a good thing because while the Hillbilly tries to rev up his chainsaw, it gives you time to find something in the environment, whether it's just a little obstacle, a pallet, or a window. The whole point is to have some distance between you and him. And a small loop like these boxes wouldn't work against a regular killer, but the fact that the Hillbilly wants to take you down with one hit with his chainsaw definitely works in your favor sometimes. Windows are great for the same reason. For some reason, Hillbillies always want to take you down with a single hit, so if you vault the window, then you're good to go. You can make a lot of space and get out of there. Another great tool that would be considered using the environment is to fake a pallet drop. Once you do that, the Hillbilly will back up thinking that you're gonna drop the pallet and try to stun him, and then you can get away and save the pallet for another time. So again, windows, pallets, and obstacles can help you out against the Hillbilly. But just be careful, because if you wait too long to drop a pallet or vault a window, he will hit you with the chainsaw. Alright, for the next tip, let's talk about juking the chainsaw. Okay, if you want to learn how to juke a chainsaw, you have to know the basics on how to 360 or how to do at least a 180 juke. And if you guys don't know how to do this or need help learning how to do this, I do have some videos on how to do both, and I'll leave the links to those videos right here, right now. One thing to note is that this is not something that you use all the time against the Hillbilly. This is a last second tool that you have to use if you have nothing else in your favor, meaning you have no pallets around you, no windows, and no obstacles. Basically, you look at the Hillbilly, make him think to go one way, and do a little 360 to move out of the way at the last second. Here it is again in slow motion. Look how I turn to my left as he goes to his left. And at this point, I know that he's going to be turning towards me, so I'm actually going to go the other way at the very last second. And this maneuver goes both ways. You have to pay attention to where the Hillbilly is going to go, and you want to go the opposite direction at the very last second. But like I said before, guys, this is a last minute maneuver. You don't want to do this all the times against the Hillbilly because they will get you eventually. And the very, very good Hillbillies might be able to keep up with you even if you do try to do a 360 on them. So just try to keep that in mind and have at it, guys. Have you ever played against a camping Hillbilly? It might not be as difficult as you think. Remember that even though his power is very strong, he can only take down one survivor at a time. So the first thing you want to do is get one survivor to bother him a little bit, and the other survivor goes for the save. Just keep an eye on his chainsaw at all times and you'll be fine. Here's a small clip of what I mean. Alright, Hillbilly, stay on me, stay on me, stay on me. Yes. Come on. Come on. Woo. Okay, let me try and get him away from the hook. You got decisive?
I don't have decisive.
That's alright. If I can take him away, we should be fine. Come on. Let's go. Another good tip is to learn how to stop him from grabbing his chainsaw. If you're looping the Billy around the pallet, you can actually drop the pallet on him to cancel his power. This can be very useful, especially because Billies tend to get really close to you during loops. And don't forget the double blind, and you're out of there. Now, one of the perks that most Hillbillies use is called Tinkerer. Once you get to a certain percentage of a generator, the perk will activate and the Hillbilly won't have a terror radius at all. This will only last for a few seconds and then the terror radius will come back. But when you're playing against the Hillbilly, keep an eye out for that. Well, guys, that's all the tips I have for today. But if any of these tips help you out, or if you learned something new, don't forget to smash the like button for me. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel. We're always live as well on the channel. And if you want to join the stream, go ahead and hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever I go live. Until the next one, guys, take care. Have a good one. Bye. Turn on the TV and turn off the lights. We're playing dead by daylight tonight. Turn on the TV and turn off the lights. We're playing dead by daylight tonight. Turn on the TV and turn off the lights. We're playing dead by daylight tonight. Turn on the TV and turn off the lights. We're playing dead by daylight tonight. Turn on the TV and turn off the lights. We're playing dead by daylight tonight. You can be Myers or you can be Blight, or you can use Dwight and try to survive.